Party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street, it's Jamie with games. Now, don't adjust your monitors, folks, because I really am this pretty. Very grateful, very glad, happy, joyous to be back here at 58 Dream Street after a brief hiatus. We started up last month in February with Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards, an adventure game from Sierra. And we had a good time. We're on a quest here, trying to get this little bald nerd laid. So that's an adventure, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a big gamer. I don't really understand all these fine-grained distinctions. But we're playing the game. It's a typing game, so you might question why I didn't just go with paint for my nails, but here we are. What are you gonna do? And we're gonna dive in here, and we're gonna see if I remember what the hell is going on. Fortunately, the control scheme here is pretty straightforward, as I recall. It's really just a matter. Cedric, honey, so glad to have you here with us. Welcome. Can I adjust this camera a little bit? Try to get you a little bit more of the show. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Lady in red. Oh my goodness. Loser must fall. Well, what we're hoping here is that our loser is actually the one who's gonna go and take it all. But we'll see what happens. The control scheme, though, as I recall, pretty good, pretty straightforward. You type the things that you want to happen, and then you press enter. And then hopefully it happens. So let's find out. I'm not even sure that one requires a spoiler alert tag, honey. Got some very, very fancy earrings on today. Feeling good about those. All right. Just trying to find the game here in this GOG Galaxy app. And from there, found it. Here we go. Play. We are on screen. I remember Alt-Enter to get out of full screen. And then... Oh, Daniel Wills. Glad to have you here, honey. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Now, really just thinking we could enjoy the view of... Hello, Panda World. Very glad to have you here with us. Your gracious host has, it turns out, we just discovered, been accidentally streaming for the entire month. Oh! Thank you, Daniel. Forgot to set my levels. I'm a rookie, folks. Be easy on me. New to this. At a certain point, I don't get to claim that anymore, but I don't think we've crossed the threshold. I think we're okay so far. Now, what am I doing? What am I doing? I know. I know. Oh. In style. Maybe I'm a little overdressed. In some senses, for spending a Saturday afternoon playing old video games. But, oh, you know what? This is a special enough crowd for me. It's always a special occasion to be with you all here at 58 Dream Street. So, let's see if I can figure out what's going on. But as I was saying, your gracious host and I had the realization that due to a lack of attention to detail, perhaps, on his part, he's been streaming with the drag tag on for an entire month. Just for whatever. Just for normal occasions. Kind of embarrassing. But what can you do? All right. Now, I had a very important realization. Some of you might be aware that your gracious host turned 40 last weekend. Thanks, honey. And I had the very happy realization that as a fictional character, a distinct entity, I already gave up the game and said, oh, I gotta turn 40. So I am 39. That's canon, as they say in nerd circles. But I realized there is no rule that says that my birthday has to be the same birthday as your gracious host. So we can put off 40 a little bit longer. And I don't mind doing so. Playing with the metafictional rules that govern my existence. I am 39 years old. Not a day older. Well, actually, at least a few days older, but we don't need to get into how many days. Time to answer 5 simple questions. Well, that's very sweet of you, honey. Physically, of course. Yeah. Don't look a day over 25. But I've got the wisdom of a 39-year-old. Your mom. Thank you. That is so sweet. And your name always makes me laugh. Yeah, read in context, it seems like you're arguing that I look older. Because you were responding to someone saying not a day over 25. But, as long as what everyone is saying in their heart is that I'm young and beautiful, then it's all good and we're all friends here. Have a little sip of my tea. Just hold on a moment. Just rolled out of bed. Ready to stream. Now, Oral Roberts is an evangelist. Some of the names on these evangelists, you'd be surprised to find out what this Oral fella's social views were. Why didn't he go by O. Roberts? If these were the views he was going to commit himself to, I don't know. I try not to judge, personally. Try to be an open-minded girl. Marlon Brando, that's an actor. Ooh. Marlon Brando as Stanley Kowalski in A Streetcar Named Desire. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't want to live with them. And yet, you can see how a girl would wind up living with him. Marrying him even, in Stella's case. How many programmers does it take to screw in a light bulb? I think this one is a joke response where they're all considered correct, but I'm going to say none. It's a hardware problem. My sex life is best described as... I don't want to tell any tales out of school here. As long as we're all clear that it's not on the backs of the programmers. This ain't none of your business, honey. Which U.S. president was not elected to office? That's Ford. You got to think that Spiro Agnew was just kicking himself. If he had just held out a little bit longer against the tide of public opinion, maybe he could have resigned as president instead of as vice president. Yeah, that's right. I know some U.S. political history. I'm not just a pretty face. Okay. All right. Here we go. F7 is our load button. And Which one of these? I think it's this one. Let's check the timestamps. Yeah. Now, the story so far. This balding little nerd in a leisure suit, not to be confused with any of these other balding nerds in leisure suits. I think they were making a comment about the state of disco in the late 80s. And yet, look who showed up. Now, Larry got his in with her. He gave her a series of gifts. Turned out to be, we didn't know it at the time, but most of what we accomplished last week, besides figuring out how to look up what to say to the cab driver to get anywhere, was finding random gifts to eventually give to this very demanding young lady. And having given her those gifts, if my memory's not deceiving me, we were then told that she would like Larry to get a hotel room. But there's a twist. He doesn't have enough money. Jamiroquai. I haven't thought about Jamiroquai since the Godzilla soundtrack for the not well-regarded American Godzilla from the 1990s. Had a killer soundtrack. That was the era of the big deal soundtracks. Although we're not going to talk about the best song on that soundtrack until the artist behind it dies, so we can separate the art from the artist there. And nothing more needs to be said. Larry needs money. That's his problem right now. So we can get a hotel room. I don't remember exactly how much money we're looking for or how much money we have. Let's look in wallet. Your wallet contains some wrinkled business cards, lots of notes, some credit cards, which won't work in this game. They wanted to mention credit cards so it sounded like a realistic wallet, but then they didn't want you going through the game on credit. They want you to earn your money by cheating at gambling at the casino. And $98 in cash. Now, I think, if I recall correctly, she said some specific number, and it was a 3-digit number. And that's about as much as I remember. If anyone else remembers, I have no objections to you telling me. This is not a case like with your gracious host being prideful and wanting to do it all himself unless absolutely forced to ask for help. I'm not like that. We're a little bit different, me and your host. No ego here. But what I am going to say is that I'm pretty confident $300 would cover it. I feel like it was a 200-something number. Maybe it was literally 300. Let's find out. Hail a cab. Yo, taxi. And then we maneuver over. And we get in. We drive off. The cabbie snarls, "Where to, buddy?" as he swings the meter flag down. Casino, sir. Okay, you got it, Mac. Thanks, pal. And then we wait. We play the waiting game. Maybe I'll have a sip. Well, here we are, buddy. That'll be $13. Pay. Thanks, buddy. Maybe I'll see you again sometime. And then we get out. I gotta say, there's something to be said for this. Just type in the things that you want to do No need to remember what the buttons do, because they say right on them, the J button. It makes a J appear. And so on and so forth. Don't worry. I bet some of you was suddenly feeling nervous I was about to recite the whole friggin' alphabet just to run a joke into the ground. One thing me and you gracious hosts do have in common is commitment to the bit. But there are limits to these things. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to cheat at gambling by using the video game feature of saving and loading. We're going to play Blackjack. There's no time. I guess he wants to stand. Well, you know what? That's what I'm doing today. I thought, you know, why not? Mix it up. Mix it up. See if it's a little more, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this chair that your host has. Your gracious host. Works for him, I guess, but... Okay, what was I saying? What was I doing? I got distracted. Press F4 when ready to play. Press F6 for another card. So press F6 to hit. Interesting to me, they say press F6 for another card. Like they assume the player wasn't going to know the principles of blackjack, so they can't just say hit. But then press F8 to stand. If you don't know what hit is, how do you know what stand is? Shouldn't it say press F8 to not have another card anymore? To change the amount of your bet, type change bet. And on top of all of that, if I may also point out, if I may, and I may, because I'm the one with the microphone, if I may point out, they haven't explained the rules of blackjack anywhere. I should have changed my bet. We're not going to get to $300. Uh-oh. It was F8 to stand? Or should we let it, should we go for it? Nah, we got 20. We got 20. It'd just be greedy. It'd be churlish. Try to get another ace for 21. Stand. You win. Now that said, even if you had never played blackjack before in your life, the nice thing about the saving and loading gimmick, you understand that you press the keys, and then if it says you win, you save. If it says you lose, you load. Let's change that bet, though. I'll bet $15. Please bet an even number of dollars. 16. Oh, $16. High roller. Here we go. Deal. And she's dealing. 10. Okay. I'm not going to let that stand. Not betting on the dealer busting. If it was a male dealer, maybe I'd feel a little bit more confident he's going to be busting. But listen to me. For one thing, that was vulgar, and I apologize. For another thing, I'm disassociating here because I'm playing a game. I'm not Jamie in the game. I'm Larry. Oh my goodness. All right. Lucky number 7. Exactly, Cedric. People don't come to a Leisure Suit Larry stream for lewdness. Am I right? They come to see some little bald nerd who's not getting laid. All right. You know what? Put it all on the line. Hit me. And I'm busted. Well. And my mouth tastes like the inside of a motorman's glove. Eow. Do something about that breath of yours, says the dealer, which is unprofessional. Psst, psst. But we're under control. It's about time. What? You asked me to do it and I immediately did it. And also, listen. I'm not trying to be a Karen here, but there's at least a basic minimum standard of politeness you should try to hit in the service industry. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. Well, I'm not going to roll the dice on getting a 3. I'll stand. 17. I win. And we're back to where we started. Let it ride. 8. 13. Do I want insurance? This is the limits of my blackjack knowledge. Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know what that means. Hit me. 16. My goodness. Let's bet on the dealer busting. No. Yes. No? Oh, because of the ace. The gimmick with the ace becomes a 1. I lose. So what good was the insurance? Deal 'em up. Deal 'em up. Okay. Come on. Come on. Lady Luck. Oh, for fuck's sake. Game cheats. Hit me. Okay. Maybe the dealer gets 17. 6, 9, 17. What do you know? Now, I'm still in the hole. But let's keep playing. We're having fun. We're leaving it up to chance for now. We'll start cheating. We won't just play blackjack all night. We'll cheat when the time comes, when it feels right. I'll make a $150 bet once I'm there. Lucky number 7. Come on. Okay. Easy come, easy go. What was I supposed to do? We had 20. Keep it going. Keep it going. 10. Come on. Ace. 19. Ha! Dealer busted. It was bound to happen eventually. Ha! And now, Blackjack. Look at her go. Bada bing. Let's bank it. I have a sense of humor about myself. $13. Come on. Don't give me a 9 or greater. And we're back where we started. Or are we? We're not. Yay. $16. It's not so sweet. And we're beaten. I don't care. I'm not going back. to the days when I only had double-digit chips. Except during the hand. 13. 15. Put it all on the line. Hit me. 18. After all this stress, if he gets a 19, it's a tie. It's a push. Push is what they call a tie in Blackjack. 14. I pressed the F4 key when I meant to press F6. So the game razzed me. I should have read that out loud. Hopefully you caught it while it flashed across the screen. It said something about don't hurry so much. 18. 10. 20. Get out of here. At least that's what I'm going to do. Back to the timeline where that didn't happen. And now. 14. Don't be in such a hurry. Finish this hand first. 14. Lucky number 7. I swear if he gets 21. 18. Ha! Pair might help you out in poker. Let's get a little richer. Let's live a little larger. Add another multiple of 8 in there. Oh, fine. Maximum bet then. And 18. Do I want insurance? Well, no, honey, because I don't understand what that did before, and I don't understand what it's going to do now. So I'm just going to be confident and say I don't need insurance. 15, 17. It's a push. Because it was 18 in the end. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. What do you think, team? Should I go for the ace? No, no, no. It's a push. Well, we know what this dealer's favorite Matchbox 20 song is. And to be fair, it's the best one. Busted. Ooh, it's a good salt and pepper song. I'm going to be actually perfectly honest. I prefer the salt and pepper song to the Matchbox 20 song. It's better for dancing. And distinction. 13. All right, all right. Give me an 8 then. We have to go back. But I like this idea of doing the maximum possible bet. Having confidence that things will go well. I mean, how much confidence do I really have if I'm maintaining the cheating save? But you see what you understand the idea of what I was trying to say there. Maybe. I've actually lost the plot. I don't even remember what I was saying. I got distracted. 13. 19. Fine. 9. 20. I'll keep it going at 99. But if I lose again, we're loading. Ha ha! Look at it go. I'm keeping that one. That's part of the canon timeline now. I've been learning some of these nerd words from hanging around with all your gracious host friends on his birthday. That rich, I tell you. Your gracious host told his wife, pressure's on. He set a high bar for how special he can make a girl feel on her 40th birthday, even though it wasn't really my 40th birthday. As we've discussed, I can technically have that later, and I will. 18. If he has blackjack, I swear. There we go. Now, can we make some progress here? Are there other Can I play other casino games here? Maybe I should take a look. 14. Come on, 3 sevens. It's not impossible. 16. 17. We're hoping for a push. 12. 14. Bust! Heh. Couldn't hold it in. Couldn't think about baseball any longer. Hard to be tempted by the slots, though, when they keep dealing me out blackjacks. But I'll tell you what. When I get to, I don't know, somewhere in the 200s. 250. When we pass the 250 mark, I'll go to the slots. Just so we get some variety. Slots are kind of not really my thing. I mean, just clanging lights and that's all very fun. But for me, for my money, rapping your knuckles on the table, nodding affirmatively to the dealer to show that you want to hit, not even looking, you just enjoy taking in the room. It's just something more than just sitting there and just going, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Smokey! Welcome, honey. Very glad to have you here with us. Happy Saturday. And thank you for saying I'm beautiful. I'll pay you a compliment in return. Sorry. You're very perceptive. Let's play. Let's play. Dun, 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 dun. 15. Do I want insurance? Well, I don't know. Gonna have to go on Wikipedia later. Just to find out what the hell this means when it says that I can have insurance. Nah. What are you selling? Peace of mind? Get out of here. I don't need to pay for that. I don't know. We're hoping for the dealer to bust. Oh well. An emu. $14. Now, seeing them both, I can say that I've got the king of clubs. He's got the king of spades. I'm not sure. Oh, I get it. I get it. We see those ads very rarely, but not never. Mainly because your gracious host watches the wrestling with his lady up there, and sometimes the TSN people forget to something gets crossed, and instead of showing the Canadian ads, they just give the full feed. You just watch TBS. It's strange. I am going to hit, and I'm busted. We're going back. Nah. Don't really understand the concept. Well, we can't lose. Come on. Ace. 4. Lucky number 7. 4. 18. I don't love this. Dealer busted. Very nice. Feeling good. Oh, feeling better. Oh my goodness. How does she do it? Now, what was I saying? Throw down a save. Start it up again. 18. No luck. But, actually, controlling the powers of space and time is its own form of luck. Now, 10. Come on. Give me the ace. Just give me the ace. 2. Well, don't give me a 10. 18. Ha! Nothing you can do about it, dealer. Just getting in the face of the dealer and mocking them as though they weren't just governed by specific rules of when they got a hit and not. Like they are a player in a game. Make just as much sense as his actual plan, at least in those movies, as I understand it. Never saw those. Nothing personal. Against people who like them. $15. Come on. Come on. Well, give me a 6. Just give me a 6. So what do we do? We're hoping for a push or for the dealer to bust. We're trapped. Push. My favorite garbage song? Push it. Bow, wow, 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 bow, bow. Make it feel go harder. And so on. That's Shirley Manson. 12. Give me a 9. Give me a 9. If you give me a 10, I swear. 4. 16. Give me a 5 then. Just a 5. Bust. Terrible. But what was I supposed to do? They had 18. $11. Okay, give me that 10 this time. 18. Fine. 12. 22. Busted. Heh. And the rich get richer. This is it. We're playing the slots if I win one more. I got a good feeling about this. I think the ace is right there. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna let this one ride. Heh. Busted. Congratulations. This casino has a limit of $250 per person. You've reached it. No more for you, Larry. Now, hopefully, that's a sign that the number that Lady Love, prospective Lady Love, was looking for was $250, and not that I have to figure out some other kind of way to make money. What kind of casino kicks you out when you make $250? A low rent casino. Look at this girl. Type in with this kind of accuracy. With all these on my fingers. Now. But we're going to have to spend money on a cab. Maybe she said 200. We're going to find out. Yo, taxi. That is not what I imagine Larry sounding like. Your breath smells like floor sweepings from a rendering plant. Larry's really got to see his dentist about the possibility that he's got some pretty advanced periodontal disease. One minute, Mr. Cab Driver. You would not want me getting in there this quickly. And we're in. You know what he says. We're going to the disco. Got it, Mac. And away we go. Passing the time, looking in the mirror. $17. Does that include tip? Seems like a pricey cab for the length of the ride. Is he stopping me from going in? It's a private club. Oh no. Was there a password? Did I solve some kind of puzzle and learn a password last time? Or do I have an ID card? Disco pass. Thank goodness. Good evening, sir. I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you sooner. Please, come right in. Yeah, that's right. Maybe next time you remember this face. Oh, when you get in here, it's extra. Hold on a minute. Really? I walked up and you thought, this doesn't look like any member I've ever seen before. Never mind that I was just here. Talk to lady. Look at the lady. Here we go. So how about it, Larry? Fawn says in a petite voice. May I have a measly $100? $100? Oh, come on. Oh, all that blackjack. Oh, well, we had fun. You're not wasting time when you're having fun. Yes, you may, honey. You can have more than that. Give her $100. What's a $100? Give her money. Ooh, you're so sweet. I just love money. There are more important things in life than money. Like being fucking gorgeous. Thanks, Larry. You won't regret this. Meet me at the marriage chapel near the casino in a few minutes. I'll get us a room. Hurry, Larry. I can hardly wait. Why don't we take a cab together? What are you into this time, Larry? Oh, Larry. It's never a good sign. Well, maybe it's because she wants to get an address. She doesn't want to be seen before the marriage. Gotta get me into the church on time. And you know what'll get you there, Larry? It's that modern love. Yo, taxi. I gotta say, just based on the little score counter there at the top, I'm not feeling like Larry's about to consummate and complete his quest in any way. Unless there's some kind of stretch goal. Can we go straight to the chapel? We can. That might be the same screen as the casino, but... Tadev! Welcome, honey. Glad to have you here. I am enjoying this game. I'm enjoying it more than I was last time. Nothing personal. Had a little bit. Cedric, well played. Well played. I am not confident we're scoring here. $19. Rates going up? I'm very glad that you said that I look fetch in red. I'll also let you take a moment to admire my earrings. Really bring the whole thing together. And hold on, actually, Thedev. Let me just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Whoo. Hips don't lie, honey. I paid, right? We'll find out if he kills me. Nope, we're there. Over 1 billion served at Quickie Wed. Am I supposed to talk to that mysterious flasher? She's there. She's not wearing white, which probably is a fair decision. Let's get the room description. Fawn is waiting for you at the altar. Go for it, Larry. Let's get married. The minister intones in his basso voice. I'll do my best with this one, folks.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the sight of each other to enter these two people into the eternal bonds of marriage. But before we really get rolling, I'd like to say a few words. Many's the marriage that I've performed here.
Sweet cheeks, Marie.
Many's the marriage that I've performed here in this little chapel wearing this cheap suit before those shiny plastic-covered pews with these electric candles, looking at those genuine plexiglass stained glass windows for these measly few bucks.
He pauses for another nip from his pocket flask. Reverend.
Where was I?
He hiccups. Digressing, you answer. Larry just speaks like me, I guess.
Oh, well, have you got a ring?
He asks. Yep, you reply. She's wearing it.
Good enough for me. Have you got $100?
Of course, you reply, forking over the dough.
Okay, close enough. I now pronounce you man and wife, till death do you part, or until you get tired of each other, per the currently acceptable social standards.
Seems crazy to me, in a way. There was a time no-fault divorce was seen as this, oh my goodness. We got women out here leaving these men just for being completely inadequate in every possible way. What is the world coming to? When a guy's got to keep a girl happy to keep her around.
May kiss the bride.
He says, scurrying out the door to refill his flask. Not now. That can wait, Fawn says with a smile. This is not a good sign. We can't even get the kiss at the altar. I'll meet you at the casino hotel's honeymoon suite and give you a lot more than kisses, my big, strong, handsome sweetheart. Now, at least 2 of those adjectives do not apply to our Larry. Hey, you shout, wait for me. This is not a good sign. Somehow, this entire ceremony was less than you expected. Sacred bonds of marriage certainly get tied loosely in this joint. Well, what did you expect, Larry? It's called Quickie Wed, and it's attached to the casino. This casino has everything. I am just guessing that this is also the hotel. Is that an elevator? Elevator. Where do you get in? Just walk there. Probably wants me to walk around the back. I'm going out on a limb. Hasn't used the word button in the descriptive text yet, but it's an elevator and there's no elevator attendant. Type a word, like 1 or 2. Is there a button that says where the honeymoon suite is? I guess we just go wandering. Yeah. Not feeling like any of these are going to be the honeymoon suite. What if we go higher? I typed a number. It's the 3. There's a 3. Probably you would expect the newlywed suite to be on the top floor, I guess. But how are we supposed to know what the top floor is? We won't go one at a time. We'll start skipping. All right. Maybe this is a challenge of your patience as you go to each and every door and look for the words honeymoon suite or the newlywed suite or whatever on it. I hope not. But I guess we'll see. We know 10 doesn't work. Let's try 9. If 9 doesn't work, then 8 must be the top floor. I hope it looks different. It does. And there's an attendant. That might help. Try looking at the girl first. Girl first. Look at the girl. Oh my goodness. Larry, you should not be looking at this particular angle. You are a married man. Hello. Funny. No response. Hey, baby. I think I loves ya. May I help you in some way? Oh, that was Larry talking to her. May I help you in some way, sir? She responds in a pleasant but businesslike voice. Where is newlywed? Sweet. What's a newlywed? Ask about sweet? Where is my room? Ask about room? Bye. I thought that saying bye was going to leave. I guess it's polite to say goodbye before you walk away, even when it's a very, very unhelpful. Oh my goodness, Larry. Not close enough to look around? The hell does that mean? Look at door. The doors are securely closed. A brass plate near the elevator says private. There's no button nearby. I don't understand. It's a door. You seem surprised the door's locked. Well, I'm not surprised. Oh my goodness. Can I ask for key? We'll figure this out. This doesn't seem like it should be the hard part. Then again, the thing I got stuck on last time was asking the cab driver where he could take me. My name is Larry, you offer. Larry Laffer. Say, Larry, she says with a smile. Is that a roll of dimes in your pocket? Are you just glad to see me? Oh my goodness. Larry, you are a married man. Ooh. Look at that seductive smile on her. If I talk again? Hey, sweetheart, what's your sign? You ask her. Exit, she replies. Try using it. But then she smiles. We're bantering. But Larry, you are a married man. You just got married. You have not even consummated your marriage. I'm confused. But we'll figure this out. Try going some other places, I guess. And yet, what am I actually trying to do? In the hotel, nothing about a newlywed suite. Is there gonna be a difference on any of these? Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Any of these floors gonna have a difference when I say look around? Just tell me where the newlywed suite is. Come on. We'll figure it out. Maybe. Or maybe we'll just look it up. Don't tell your gracious host. Rex! Welcome! Glad to have you here, honey. Happy Saturday. Oh, if you just arrived, I should give you the whole show. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hope you're having a good day, sweetie. We're playing Leisure Suit Larry. He just got married. But even just looking at the score suggests to me that this marriage isn't necessarily going to result in the consummation of his quest. Heh. You know your gracious host, he likes to try to do these things without walkthroughs, figure them out himself, only ask for hints when he's desperate. Me and him are different in that way, you know? He's just all worried about that kind of stuff. I'm no ego, you know? Yeah. Some people are just obsessed with the image. Look around. It's a casino. And I don't have... She didn't give me a room key. Let's go back to the first floor and see if I missed something. I don't think I did. Wait! Wait! Stop! I understand now. I figured it out all on my own. Can we interrupt? Whee! No. Which, to be fair, is how elevators actually work in real life. You go past the 4th floor and then hit the 4 button. It doesn't just and bring you right back up. Although, it should have now when we got to the bottom. But I figured it out. Should have been looking more quickly on the way up. Could have saved us some time. I wonder what's... That gold room, those doors. Chekhov's gold doors. Chekhov's slutty receptionist. What's going to happen up there? Something. It's going to be something. If you've never read Chekhov's The Seagull or never seen it staged, it's funny if you can... It's a funny play if you can laugh at the dark things in life. It features... Oh, I'm all about the OG, Rex. We keep it real here at 58 Dream Street, I guess. I don't know. I'm just doing what your gracious host picked out for me. It's fun. Before, you had me playing The Adventures of Lolo. And that was fun, too, and it was cute. I don't know if it was really as much my thing. You can't. It's locked. Honey. Fawn's delicate voice booms out across the hotel. Just a minute, Larry. There's a click. She unlocks the door, and then a piercing, "Come on in. The door's open." Subtly, you shout, "Here I come, baby." Oh my God. There are no goons in here. I was sure Larry's going to get the thumb with the blackjack, which would be ironic, given how he got the money for the wedding in the first place. Hey, honey. You are in the casino hotel's honeymoon suite. The heart-shaped bed is just waiting for you and Fawn. The dim lighting provides the perfect atmosphere. You've always appreciated the early American gaudy look. It's true, I have. There's a radio on the shelf behind the bed. Let's consummate. But first, Larry might not really have a clue when it comes to the ladies. But fortunately, he's being piloted by an expert. We're going to get some music. Hopefully some Barry. Sounds like a nice mellow station. Excellent. Setting the vibes. A quiet storm. The radio interrupts the Frank Sinatra melody, so not a quiet storm. With an obnoxious singing commercial. We're Ajax Liquor, we're proud to say, we deliver all across the USA. If you're out of luck, you're out of luck. If you need to dine, but if you just need booze, dial 555-8039. Breaks the scansion. And now, back to our music. If you get a chance, folks, I assume that you could go on YouTube and find an old Casino Taxi, one of the major casino companies here in Halifax. And they have a very catchy song that exists entirely to ingrain their phone number in your brain from long before you ever even have any notion of ever needing a cab in your life, because your parents take you everywhere and you're a child. You have more important things on your mind than sitting. I was trying to be a little romantic here, but I guess Larry's way is a little more direct. She doesn't appear to be in the mood yet, Larry. Kiss her. Kiss her, Larry. I think the least a gentleman would do is buy a lady a bottle of wine. You couldn't have got the wine yourself, honey? Where's the minibar? Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm not already holding a bottle of wine. Nope. Move closer to the handle. Stretch your arm out, Larry. Come on. You close the door behind you. Jiggle the knob to confirm it's locked. All right. Got to keep it locked. We don't want anyone else getting in there, consummating my marriage before I get a chance. Where are we going to get wine? Keep an eye out for a wine glass on one of these doors. If there's a cellar instead of one of the guest rooms. Buy it at the cabaret? Do I have to go all the way back to the bar? I didn't see a phone. Well, here's a phone. Can we call room service from here? Low rent hotel. When you don't even get a phone in your own room. No response. Not going to be able to buy wine in there. I guess we're going back to the bar. Psst, psst. Minty fresh. Just give his rotten tooth like 5 minutes, though. Let's hail a taxi this time instead of cab. The game understands synonyms, at least sometimes. Maybe not every synonym you throw at it. We're getting in, and away we go. Cabby snarls, etc., etc. Back to the bar, please. If it turns out that I just... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't think this is going to work. I don't have enough money. And then he's going to beat me to death. And I'm banned. Oh, because he's straight up murdered me. Now, let's try this one more time. Only $14. Larry. Because I'm thinking the literal booze ad that played on the radio might have been the hint to go and use that number. At any rate, though, we need money, which is a good chance to play the slots. We did blackjack before. We'll do the slots this time. Well, it's funny you should ask, Rex, and thank you for asking. Pardon me. Oh, did it ever? I had a feeling the purple with the red was going to be a, if I may say so myself without sounding arrogant, smoke show. What's my story? Well, it's interesting you should ask because I'm a fictional character with a fairly thinly sketched backstory. Big thanks to Danielle Wills for her help with the makeup. Help. And so, what can I tell you about myself, really? I'm 39 years old. Don't be fooled by the fact that I'm sharing a body with the gracious host here. There's no rule that says we have to have the same birthday. I am 39 years old. He may have turned 40 last weekend. Not this girl. Someday down the line. And I have done one performance at a local show, Lady Gaga's Edge of Glory. Wonderful song. I've appeared here at 58 Dream Street a few times. I hung out with Greg on his birthday. Well, it is a really, really, really beautiful canvas. That is fair to say. If I can say that without sounding arrogant. Now, let's keep on cheating. Slots, slots, slots. Oh my goodness. Larry. Larry with the breath. The real ending of this game is Larry finally getting dental insurance. If you at the... I mean, exactly. What am I going to do? Lie? Be falsely modest? Nobody wants that. Nobody admires when a beautiful woman, oh my goodness, tries to pretend that she's anything but that. Come on. Get out of here. Nobody's fooled. It's going to tell me the controls. I had to click. Then he can finally save money on dental insurance. Well, let's increase the bet. I'm gonna bet $5 just for the novelty of betting an odd number after we couldn't do that at the blackjack table. Well, what are you gonna do? Folks, we'll wait, Rex, don't worry. The thing about slot machines is that really the appeal is spectacle. And there was really very little spectacle there. So let's ante up. And here we go. $13. Come on. $18. Well, gotta let it ride now. $17. We got him. Victory. Let's get a little richer. $5, $12. All right, all right. Come on. If you give me a 10, I'm going to scream. Not really, though. Because I do understand that y'all listening to me. I've got this microphone here. I'm too kind to go and blow out all your eardrums after you took the time to spend your Saturday with me playing Leisure Suit Larry. 16. Are you kidding me? Well, maybe it's a 5. Or maybe it's a... It's game over. I should have read that text, but I'll read this part. The rest of your story is too sad to tell. Time for a little ah-nah. Larry, restart or restore. My goodness. Deal 'em up. Deal 'em up. Come on. Come on, Lady Luck. Pair of 7s. Be more helpful at a poker table. Come on. Third 7. Third 7. Third 7. Yes. Why doesn't it stop me? It needs me to say that I'm not going to hit on 21. Come on. Let's just, you know, whoops. Get some insurance here. I'm not sure how much we're going to need to spend on wine whenever we figure out how to get the wine in the first place. 13. Busted. But we're full on cheating now. We're not rolling with any punches. Not anymore. 17. She had just 17. You know what I mean. It's a push. Welcome back, honey. Glad you're back with us. We're getting nowhere with the gambling. Maybe there's a moral lesson here for the children. But they're not even supposed to be playing this game because of all the licentious sexual content that allegedly is coming. Coming. Nobody else cheats at blackjack like this. 15. Fine. Hit me. 20. I'll take 20. Come on. Come on. 18. 18 does not beat 20. I'm sorry. Throwing down a save. Deal me in. 5, 13. Now, hit me. I knew it was going to happen. I knew. So one might question why I pressed the button. Fatalism. Dealer has blackjack. F that, as they say. You know, like fuck that. Deal me in. Come on. 10, 20. 10, 14, 24. You lose. Busted. Very, very nice. I've got a little something in my eye. I'm going to take a brief intermission, honeys. I'm going to be right back with you. Don't go anywhere. Don't even move. You can breathe, but don't even move. I think I got it. I think I got it. I hope. Maybe we'll be taking another intermission. Now, we're up to 50. I'm going to stop at 100. Thank you, Rex. Now, let's get there quicker. Do the maximum bet. Forgive my sloppy typing. Beauty's not necessarily practical. $20. Do I want insurance? No. $15. It's a push. It's hard to do the running math with the aces. In some ways, he's a practical man. I don't think so, Rex. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't even know exactly what that means. Hit me. Oh, for fuck's sake. What are the odds? I know, we can calculate the odds actually fairly easily. It is known what cards are in the card deck. I didn't change my bet. 11. Come on. Right. I've had that experience before. How, you might ask, when I just described how I've had very little experience? Well, the beautiful thing about being a fictional character with a thinly sketched backstory is that at any moment you can just decide what the backstory is. Yeah, absolutely. And I will keep that in mind. Although, it doesn't seem like we can actually do it here. 11, give me the 10. 16. Got him! Heh. What am I doing? Got distracted. Changed my bet. And then we're going to say 20, the maximum possible bet. If I can just win 2 hands in a row, then we can call it, we'll say we got enough. Pardon me, a little itch on my nose. Now, Ace. Blackjack. And that is as black as a blackjack can get. Because we have an actual blackjack. Ta-da! A bonus $10. And now, bring it home. Bring it home. 12. Give me a 9. If you give me a 10, I swear. I can live with an 8. We got 20. We got 20. 17? Not allowed to hit on that, are you, Miss Dealer? Bye. Thanks for playing, the dealer, says the dealer, finally cracking a smile. Come back anytime. The part she likes is when Larry leaves. And not for the same reason that people tend to like it when I leave. I'm getting lost here trying to come up with some kind of pun. Instead, I will just write the word wine to remember what I was here for. Now, you know, your gracious host, when he was in junior high school, had the experience you have sometimes of believing you have coined a clever thing to say when it turns out that actually people have been saying, hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. Oh, Cedric, I didn't even realize you inverted it. Very, very well done. Press 4. And up we go. Because I'm not actually sure, but I'm thinking, what if we turn on the radio, we hear that ad, I write down the number. Does your host have a pencil around here? Excuse me a minute. I think this is one of those mechanical pencils. Yep. Does he have paper? Index cards. As you know, your gracious host loves index cards. We'll write that number down when the time comes, just in case. The idea is to go down to the phone and call that number to order the wine. Otherwise, maybe it's we go to the bar, and this time we can go to the bar and the cab driver will murder us. If you can go to the bar without getting moited. In we go. There she sits. Yeah, this is a bare bones newlywed suite. No canopy on the bed. I guess there's some ribbons with the chandelier. There's no television we can see. Seem to have windows on 2 walls. There's no bathroom. Hope you went down in the lobby before you came up. Turn on the radio. Nice mellow station. We know now it's Sinatra, and I guess it's not his swing stuff, so what could it be? What's old Frankie singing? I'm going to say it's something stupid. A wonderful song. You got to set aside the, about it. About the close harmonies with his own daughter. Ajax liquor, waffle syrup. Not sure if you have use for money as a fictional character, but I hope the host gives you a cut of this. Oh, honey, you have no idea how much your host is spending on yours truly. Waffle syrup, by the way, hold on. Your name is here in the notes of our notable audience members that your host left for me. So it says here, oh, I shouldn't read that particular part out loud, but it says here you're one of the younger members of the audience. So it's good to have company. and which is my little Turkish delight. Glad to have you with us. Now, is this number actually going to deliver booze to us? Be easier to find out if this newlywed suite was equipped with a phone, but apparently that's just too much. Back to the music. All right, honey, you try to keep the energy up. I'm going to go to the lobby to use the phone, or maybe all the way to the bar if we can't just order in wine with the phone. Or are we supposed to go up to the top, to the slutty receptionist, and ask her for room service? Either way, very strange hotel. Your host has spent more money on girl clothes in the last few months than he spent on man clothes since the pandemic. And it's not even close, really. But it's money well spent. Call 555-8039. I don't need fresh breath to talk on the phone, so I'm going to keep this banked line of text that I just typed. We're earning every single one of these that we get entered, so. I might have got over my skis thinking this phone scheme was going to work. The breath spray is empty. This is not promising. This is not a good sign. Somebody filled the coin slot with chewing gum. Well, that's disgusting. Why would you do that? At any rate, I guess we go and try to find a bottle of wine. I get the bar seems like the best bet. Is there somewhere we can buy more breath spray? Because that's going to be an issue, I'm thinking. Yo, taxi! And here it comes. And in we get. Okay. Cabbie snarls. Let's talk to him. Looking for action, eh? This town's full of it. We at a disco. It's usually full of foxes this time of night. Then there's the casino, next to All Night Wedding Chapel. We got a lovely bar, but you been there. Me, I like the convenience store next to the disco. But of course, that's just personal preference. Convenience store. At the very least, hopefully we can buy some breath spray. Because I already don't think that Larry's going to be doing any consummating here, but his odds drastic go down if he doesn't have his breath spray. But also, it occurs to me, hey, the Quiki Mart, it's a diverse conglomerate. Is that a phone? Pay phone? Maybe that's how. But I'm remembering a very strange detail about America. That's Dynamath. They say that all people are created equal. But if you look at me and then any other person, you can see that that statement is not true. Now, look around. You are in a 24-hour convenience store. There's a magazine rack near the front door with a sign reading, "This is no library, no leading." I think that was probably supposed to say reading. I'm not sure if that's a joke or a typo in the game. Whatever. It's not funny either way. Except for the clerk standing behind the counter, the store appears to be deserted. Small sign graces the counter. What does the sign say? A small, discreetly hand-lettered sign says, "Prophylactics for sale. Ask clerk." Yeah, we haven't talked about having kids, so maybe this is also something. Larry and Fawn need to have that conversation before they start, diving in, consummating the marriage raw. Do I need to spell prophylactics? After looking around to make certain you're alone, you quietly ask the clerk if he has any available behind the counter. It's America. Gotta be embarrassed that you're buying prophylactics. You have to ask for them at the counter. Regan's America. The guns are just there in the back. You can just grab one. Sure, we are lubbers. Obviously, you've hit his area of expertise. What kind of lubber do you want? Smooth or libbed? I'm not going to try to guess what accent they're trying to get me to do here, and I'm not doing a poo either. But what we can say is that whatever accent this fella has, it extends to his writing. Because that explains back the no leading joke. It's a joke. If you tell a joke in a game and nobody ever laughs at it for 30 years, is it still a joke? Smooth or libbed? Let's play it safe. Colored or plain? I'm not looking for anything fancy here. Lubricated or rough cut? It's my wedding night. Not just a pretty face, Rex. And I'm glad that you noticed. I said lubricated, did I not? I actually don't know that I did. Striped or plaid? Just a plain plaid condom. Just a black and white plaid lubricated condom. Peppermint or spearmint flavor? I am just going to say, I don't think you should have any kind of mint flavor on your condoms. Unless it's entirely artificial. I said lubricator. You don't need lubricator when the condoms come pre-lubricated. Peppermint or spearmint flavor. Spearmint is my second favorite kind of mint, but I guess he doesn't have wintergreen. Okie dokie, mister. Ayo, everybody. This weirdo just bought a spearmint flavored plaid lubricated plain smooth lubber. What a pervert! He hands you the package, saying, altogether, that'll be $5, please. You give him the money with a pleasant, "Thanks a lot, big mouth." This desperate, horny nerd seems like he should be a little less ashamed. But again, it's Regan's America. What are you going to do? Can I get a wine bottle? You grab a bottle of cheap wine. Wonder how they can make a profit selling this stuff for only $1 a gallon. It's affordable. Now, can I get breath spray? This is all for naught. Let's try. Hopefully, if this doesn't work, it says something like "you're not close enough" and not "what's a breath spray." Located behind the counter, ask the clerk. I will. Pay for my wine. Okie dokie, mister. That'll be $1. He can just have my voice. I'm not getting into this. Have a nice day. And then, what was I saying? Buy breath spray. Ask for breath spray. Funny, no response. Talk to clerk. He starts moving his mouth all real weird. Says he only knows a few English words, but we have already had a full conversation with him, so I think he's actually just being rude, Larry. Order breath spray? Get breath spray? If I'm standing here, will it work? Yeah, mister, he says. This smells like your brand. What, so what? It's like rotten fish brand? No, it's extra, extra, extra strength. Is Larry's brand. Pay for breath spray. Okie dokie, mister. $3. Have a nice day. I will. Thank you for asking. I mean, not asking. Wishing. Hey, mister, yells the clerk. I hope you enjoy your spearmint flavored plaid lubricated plain smooth lubber. That does not feel like the correct adjective order. But who knows? Hopefully this Turkish fella isn't gonna... Hopefully he's every bit as nice as our waffle syrup. And away we go. The driver looks at you and says, hey, what's that, you got wine? He grabs your bottle of wine and guzzles it down. Hang on, Larry. He's swerving all over the road. What on earth? Seems a bridge abutment has brought your game to a sudden stop. Remember, Larry, friends don't let cabbies drive drunk. Oh dear. We got a problem. What are we gonna do? Do I have? I don't. I was hoping maybe we just had a brown paper bag. Can I hide the wine? You're not close enough. Close enough to what? What the fuck are you talking about? Maybe this man can help. How's your brother drink, Shawnee? No, sir. I'm actually trying to use this wine as part of my plan to consummate my marriage. Can I walk to the casino? Doesn't seem likely. What are we going to do here? If it turns out we can walk to the casino, we've been paying this cabbie $19. Uh-oh. Larry. That man did not seem to have any kind of nice intent for our Larry. What are we going to do? I should go back in the convenience store. See if they sell bags. Ask for a bag. It really does seem like Larry's reflexes, though, should be good enough that when the cab driver turns around and lunges over the seat trying to grab his bottle of wine, he can protect himself. Get a bag. Nah, you'd just be wasting your money. Would I, though? Okay. Should I buy a magazine? So far, this one, Rex. Because I have never played any of the other ones. As for your gracious host, he's actually now played less than me. He's played this before, but he's never gotten this far because he was a child. He did not understand what was going on. Look at the magazines, Larry. That one looks particularly interesting. Well, let's get it. Maybe we can distract the clerk with some porno. $2. Let's find out. Well. Looks like this month's issue is filled with intelligent literary articles with redeeming social value. Let's see now. Here's an article about how professional window washers secure themselves to buildings with a rope around the waist. Nah. Ooh, something to look forward to. We're not spending our load on the first one. If I can be vulgar for a minute. You flip through the pages until you discover, nice centerfold. Larry does not read Jugs magazine, it turns out, for the articles. Because they didn't have any copies of Big Butt. Well, let's look at all the shelves. Maybe there's other things we want to buy. Shelves are filled with all the necessities of life. Dwinkies, Wallawas, Loritos, various colas, cheap wine, coffee. You don't see anything you really need in this part of the store. What about here? This is a fridge, I assume. What's a fridge? It's tough to do crank calls on this game. You call and ask if his refrigerator's running. What the hell are you talking about, man? What's a fridge? Up here, we're back in the alley of death. But we have escaped. At least I'm assuming. Maybe I'm being unfair. Heh. Oh, Prince Albert. Can we hide our wine in our porno? No. That was not what I was asking, but hold on. I ain't got no remote control, but Shay, I'll tell you what, here's my trusty old pocket knife. You never know. There's some kinky girls in this town. Sexy hunks like yourself, like us, might have to defend ourselves sometime. And with that, he stumbles off into the darkness. Larry really benefits at multiple points by irresponsibly giving alcohol to obviously intoxicated people. It's not necessarily admirable, but what are you going to do? Can we stab this man now? I got to check something out. What if I just go with the dog breath? Nope. Thought maybe the dog breath would repel him. We'll try stabbing him. Larry, when are you going to learn to stay out of those dark alleys? Well, come on. I'm trying to get laid by any means necessary. Get my knife out. Because he wants something. You, get out of here. That is not what I asked you to do. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's something else that we're supposed to be doing here. This time the man just disappeared. And guys, screwed this up again. dump this one down the tubes, get him another body. For anyone who didn't see it, we get this. Hey! That must be a man from a different game by the same company. I'm calling it. In fact, since I can access, if need be, your host's knowledge, your gracious host's knowledge, at any point, I'll say that that's King Graham of Daventry, whatever that means, etc., Sierra. It's a metafictional joke. We're all laughing. Now, how am I going to get wine? Let's use the breath spray. Psst, psst. Empty? I just bought that. Oh my goodness. Now what? Well, I'll buy another one. This is how they get you. $3. Hopefully, we still have enough to get the cab. Am I supposed to be getting that wine, though? It's tough to say. Can we use the phone? Please enter number 555-8039. And hello, Ajax Liquor Store. We deliver. So, what do you want to buy? Wine, please. Fine. Where do you want it delivered? Newlywed Suite, please. Hopefully it recognizes these words. Okay, I'll take it there, but I doubt if you ever see it. Bye. Well, fuck you too then. Real lack of customer service in the Leisure Suit Larry universe. Hail a cab. Here it comes. How are we doing for time here? We got a little time. I'm certainly not flagging. Probably I was. It's tough to say for sure. Because I had the same thought as you. Oh, is that just an error message? You're never going to see it? But then my mind went immediately to, he's insulting Larry. I guess we can actually, we don't need to wait in suspense for this. Use the phone, 555-8039. Wait for it to ring. I can tell it's ringing. But I can't hear it myself. Actually, I think it was making a ringing. We deliver. What do you want to buy? Some wine, sir. Where do you want it? The casino. Same line, which now makes me want to go back and stick with the original plan. Maybe it'll work. Mostly I just want to show off how quick I'm getting to type in numbers, despite my nails situation. Oh no. I see what's going on here. I pressed a button on these headphones to make sure they're still on, so that any game audio does come through. I'm not wearing them myself because, come on. What am I going to do? I did that for the first stream, and then I looked at myself on the replay, and I was, oh my goodness. There are sacrifices you have to make. So I pressed the button, but as you might know, if you've ever used Bluetooth headphones, for some reason they decided when you have this hooked up to a device, you want all kinds of weird things to happen, no matter what you press. Heh. Click, trill, snip, click. one of your gracious host Frosthaven characters. I haven't come up with a name for mine yet because probably it's going to take until after your gracious host gets through the end of this winter term before I make my Friday night Frosthaven debut. But I will. And when I do, I'm going to be playing a character called the Gem in it. And I need to pick a name for her. But I haven't done it yet. Wine, please. Newlywed sweet, please. Hopefully. We're going to find out together. In we go. Hopefully, we still have the money. We're going to find out. Thank you for the tip, because I am going... My goodness. Single-use breath sprays. No murder. We get out. And we go in. No way to know if we've succeeded yet. Press 4. And then the moment of truth draws nearer. We're on tenterhooks. Let you appreciate my eyeshadow for a minute. For a moment, not a full minute. Not standing here with my eyes closed for a full minute. You can just hit pause. You can go back on the replay to that little moment. When we get there, will there be wine? There's no wine. There is no wine. So... Or did she just already drink it? No, she wants me to buy her a bottle of wine. Let's go back. I will resort to just looking up how the hell we're supposed to do this. Because we obviously have the core of it. 555-8039. Bad breath. Yeah. Wine. To the casino, please. Maybe that worked. Maybe it didn't. Use the breath spray. Throw it away. Look in your wallet, Larry. How much money does he have? $82. Okay, we haven't actually spent that much money. 8675309. Or 654. No. Maybe you understand what I was going for. Get another single-use breath spray. Should at least be enough. I'm thinking there was at least a little bit of an in-joke there. Although I'm not sure why they wouldn't just keep the last digits the exact same. It's still funnier than the leading joke. In we go. And back to the casino, please. Hopefully we arrive at the exact same time as our wine delivery. Or, failing that, no one here to deliver it. Is this a matter of ordering to a place that you're already at? Because then we're back to the problem that the phone doesn't work in the fucking casino. But maybe they're waiting inside. They're not waiting inside unless they're by the elevator. We're going to stay optimistic. Of course they're not. Are we supposed to fix the phone here? What does Larry have on him? I don't know. Use knife on gum? What would you do with the knife? Like, stab with it. What would you do with the knife? All right. I'm not even going to have the pretense of an intermission here. I'm cheating. Tell me what to do. I'm going to try very hard not to get ruined for anything else. Diddly doot, diddly doot. Purely the text parser. Boom, boom, boom. Go inside, get married. We've done all this. We're on track. Commercial about wine. Go to the convenience store. Order the wine. Honeymoon suite, of course. Newlywed suite. What the hell was I thinking? What would I like to do to the knife? I would like to menace the person who didn't program more synonyms into this text parser. Bad breath again. Can I order multiple breath sprays at once? Let's find out. I'll try to get like 3. Get breath spray. Get breath spray. Still have some. Nope. Well, we pay up and we hope that this gets us through the night. It's whatever gets you through the night. One of my favorite John Lennon songs, although I'm much more of a Paul McCartney girl. Something I share in common with your gracious host. I'm going to dial. I wonder if there's other people we can call on this telephone. I'm not just going to start guessing random 4-digit numbers, though. I say 4 because we know it's going to start with 555. Hello, Ajax Liquor Store. We deliver. So, what do you want to buy? I've come up with a voice for the liquor delivery guy. Wine, please. Where do you want it delivered? Honeymoon suite. You know, the suite for newlyweds. Okay, we'll get it right there. Consider it done. Thanks for calling. And we hail a cab. Yo, taxi. We get in. Larry is champing at the bit. But he manages to say casino. The cab driver says, where you to? Where to, Mac? And Larry's a little bit tempted to just say, laid, get laid. But he restrains himself with that $20. Fine. I guess we got some traffic on. You're allowed to have variable rates for the same trip because it's based on time as well as distance. That's unfair of me to get angry. Although, given that this is the 1980s, I still feel like $20 for a quick... I don't know. Whatever. What's Larry worrying about small sums when he can cheat for infinite separate stacks of $250? Well, here we go. The big moment. We're going to cross that 100. I can tell. Press 4. And up we go. Not getting the feeling that we're going to be done with Larry today. And I can't join you again next week, so you're going to be in suspense. But hopefully 2 weeks hence, a fortnight hence, I know that your gracious host is going to be the one here next weekend. Because he and his lady have afternoon plans. So there's not enough time for me to get all dolled up. Don't be fooled by the mug, folks. It's not true. Surely you didn't think there's no effort involved in looking this good. Knock. A sexy voice oozes through the door. Oozes. Nothing sexier than an oozing voice. You can tell she's been into the wine. Oh, baby. It's you. You're back. There's a click as she unlocks the door. Come on in, you wonderful hunk. But what if her goons are here now? Infinite money, but not only do you have to cheat your way to it with time loop gambling, you have to do it in $250 increments. So you can't even buy like a Nintendo Switch 2 when it comes out. You got to put it on layaway. Subtly, you shout, "Here I come, baby!" Oh, Larry, it's you, Fawn says. I thought it was that cute young delivery boy again. Larry got himself cucked already. Let's find out what happens. Can we get to the kissing now? Kiss her. Aren't you going to pour the wine? She says, her eyes flashing. Okay, sure, that's fair. At least she didn't drink the wine with the delivery boy. Pour the wine. You carefully remove the bottle from the wine bucket, unscrew the cap, pour 2 glasses. She downs a glass immediately. You refill it. She does it again. Her eyes meet yours, and you're sure luck is with you this time. But why not pour a 3rd glass just to be safe, Larry? Kiss her. I'm ready when you are, honey. Come on, Larry, what are you waiting for? The hell are you talking about? Can we jump right to making love? She says, lie down, Larry. I have a special surprise for you. Oh, this is not going to be what you're hoping. Then she says, close your eyes. And you do, because you're sure that finally success is at hand. You hate to see it. Pride goeth before the fall. Censored. Oh, maybe. But it's not moving. And yet he's moaning. Oh, Fawn, he moans. Oh, baby. Feels so good. Ooh. Say, Fawn, When are you going to get undressed? So she's just giving him a handy or something. Hey, what's the deal with the rope? Ooh, we're getting... No, we're not. Oh my goodness. No, I got my hopes up. Things were getting interesting. Why are you tying me to the bed? When Fawn has you securely tied to the bed, she grabs your wallet, saying, "You forgot to pay me for the wine," then heads out the door. What do you mean pay you for... Oh, because he got the wine delivered, she had to pay for it. But she has stolen all his money. But just his money. Hopefully he's still got a condom. And a pocket knife. Fawn, come back, you shout. This isn't funny. She is not trying to amuse you. You wonder if there's any way a guy can consummate by himself. Larry, how did you get to this age and you're wondering these things? 40-year-old virgin here. We don't need to get into the details, but if he doesn't know anything about consummating by himself, we can bet he's doing a lot of laundry. Larry, looks like the honeymoon's over. Cut the ropes with your knife, Larry. You can't. You're tied to a bed. Shout for help, Larry. You can't. You're tied to a bed. I gotta ask. I don't know about this. Use knife? Right. It's a text parser issue. Using the pocket knife you got from the old bum by the convenience store, you saw through the ropes holding you to the bed. Now, some questions we might ask include, where is this? Was he storing the knife in his boxer shorts? Because he is undressed. How is he getting the knife when he is tied up? How is he saw it? But you know what? Let's be grateful that we don't need to figure out the text parser combinations. Just why? Just why? It's fun to stay at the Y. You grab your wallet. You look inside. Oh well, at least she didn't find the $10 you hid in the secret compartment. With your consummate gambling skills, you should be back on your feet in no time. Oh good. Oh thank goodness. I was worried we weren't going to do any more gambling. But we have crossed the threshold. And this may be my first adventure game, but I wasn't born yesterday. You never know when a nice piece of rope will come in handy. And that's true. And I was going to say that even if they didn't print it on the screen. Can we bring the wine? Not sure we want to, given that it might get us killed in a drunk driving accident. You grab the bottle and fortify your courage with a long, hard belt. He's not bringing it with him. So what do we got? Let's take stock. We still have our wallet, so that's nice of Fawn. She took all his money, but she left him his wallet, which probably has his ID and his credit cards that don't work. He's got his breath spray for at least a single use. Pocket lint. Wristwatch. Chekhov's pocket lint over here. Apple. Where did we get an apple? Remote control. A prophylactic. A disco pass. Pocket knife. A copy of Jugs magazine. Hammer. And a rope. Very well. Very good then. Oh, Larry. Making sure the door's locked. What for? What do you got to protect in there now, Larry? Well, maybe we'll get laid by the slutty receptionist upstairs. But that's not going to happen if we're broke. So let's go cheat at gambling. I got to play Dungeons and Dragons for the first time on your gracious host's birthday. So that was fun. Friend of ours made a special birthday adventure all about me getting my birthday cake back for my unspecified milestone birthday. It was magical. Played a bard from the College of Glamour, of course. Drawing on your host's knowledge here for a deep cut nerd joke. Is it really a deep cut? A contemporary popular anime? ReZero? I don't know. Really know nothing about it myself. Play Blackjack. Here we go. We'll start with just the $2 bets for the moment. 17. Ah. Well, dealer busts. Fingers crossed. Oof. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Burping in horror. Try again. Try again. Come on. Heh. 15. Busted. Try again. Try again. And 3. 12. Give me another 9. 7. 19. That's better than going in with 17. And they bust. We're back on the path. Keep playing. Still just trying to get back to breaking even here, though. 10. No splitting. Give me an ace. Or a fucking 6. Alright, fine. I forgive you. I forgive you. 12. 22. Bust. We can split. Okay. Next time I'm dealt a pair, I'm going to go out on a limb and type the word split. We're back at square one. You know what? Let's speed the process up. Let's let it all ride. Actually, so we don't get the game over message. Excuse me a minute. I think I'm being summoned. Gonna have to take a brief intermission, folks. And I'll be right back with you. So don't move a muscle. And we're back. Glad powder. Cheap viewers on Streamboo. There is nothing cheap here, honey. Well, maybe I'm overstating the case, but nonetheless, enjoy the cornfield, sweetie. Now, we had a cat vomit emergency, and somehow yours truly falls to me to take care of it. And now, let's gamble. Mm-hmm. 20. If you reveal an ace, I swear. Ha! We're in the money. And now, let's take that to the bank. And we'll do it again. And once we get up over 20, we're making the maximum bet. Neat. Well, 10. Oops, wrong button. 10, 19, hold. 15. 16. No, 15. Again. Split hand busted. And the dealer busted. I win, but only once. So it didn't really make a difference. Oh well. Neat though. Fun to find a new feature. Explore the game systems a little more. 17, come on. Alright. Dealer bust, it's a push. We can live with a push. Ooh, maybe. Remind me when in the rules of Blackjack you double down. Give me a 6, come on. 10. Get out of here. Maybe this split will go a little more advantageous. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. 19 and a 20. And the dealer busts. You win. And you really win. Very nice. Banking that. Okay, if I have a 10 or 11 double down, I'll try that. I'll try that. Wait. Maybe we can take a shortcut here. No, Larry doesn't know. $18. 5, 13, 21. Get out of here. Literally. I'm leaving. Back to the timeline where I was winning. Blackjack. Hey, oh. Very nice. Let's keep it. I don't know how much money Larry's really going to need. But let's get him over 100. Let's get him 100 at least. Deal me in. 5. 5. I don't want to start from 5s and 2 hands. I'm just going to keep going. 10. 20. Arcade Breakout Gal. Just like the message says, with a little animation of your gracious host, who you might have never seen before in your life if you just joined us today. Welcome. We're very glad to have you here, sweetie. I really must it behooves me to inform you that most of the time, you're not going to be getting me. I'm a little high maintenance for a streamer. But they do other fun stuff here too. I'm sure it's just as good. I'm sure you will enjoy seeing your gracious host and Gregory playing beat 'em ups or whatever. Every bit as much as you enjoy hanging out with me. $16. Fine. Give me a 5. 4. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers, and the dealer busted. Larry looks at the dealer. He says, well, at least one of us. If we win this hand, we've hit the threshold that I set for when we could stop doing this and do something else. Because I've got a little bit more energy for adventuring. We've been at this a while. But I could play a little bit more. Look at me, I'm turning into a gamer. It's only my 3rd session here. 18. Not optimal, but heh. Thanks for playing, and etc. Like she always does. And now, what is Larry gonna do? Can he meet another girl at the discotheque? Can he go all the way up to the top and maybe... What are the odds the receptionist can be seduced by a tale of woe and pitifulness? Like Marissa Tomei in Seinfeld. Maybe she's just into sad little bald losers. Little squirrel nut zippers for you. If anyone's into the 1990s swing revival. I think I'm in a breath situation, so maybe before we try this, if we don't get anywhere, we'll just load so that we get our breath spray back. Oh, this kitty cat. She needs to have a supper. Excuse me, folks. One more intermission. This is the last intermission of the night, I promise. And it won't be long. So just hold perfectly still. And we are back. Use the breath spray, Larry. He's just been standing there. He's got a cocked. He's starting to creep out the receptionist. Psst, psst. And then it's empty. Look at the goyle. Hi. Talk to her, Larry. Hey, ya baby, I think I loves you. May I help you in some way, sir? She responds in a pleasant but businesslike voice. Do you like me? Sometimes just being straightforward. How can you do that? I don't think it's time yet. So, what if we go back to our old stomping grounds? The bar. If we strike out there, we'll load back to here so that we're not depleting our money on cabs. Hopping in, and away we go. Cabby snarls, where you going? We're going to the bar, honey. He says, you got it. And we do. Good thing I accidentally gave that wine to that fella. The drunken fella, the lush, the wino. Because we'd just still be tied to that bed if it wasn't for the pocket knife. We get out. We're back at Lefty's. I wonder. Because if you remember, folks, and I got a mind like a steel trap here, I remember. We see these pills on the windowsill there. Do I have anything now that's going to help me get these pills? Can we lasso the pills? Probably not. Not even sure how to type that. But let's try. Get the pills with the rope. No. It doesn't understand what I'm trying to say and it will not acknowledge it. We've got a prophylactic. We could go bang the lady of the evening. If I remember the password. Password. What's the password? I'm not sure. What was the password? You know what? This is not something we need to struggle with. I'll just look it up because I solved this one. This isn't even cheating. I remember now. More of a Ryu girl myself. But that long blonde hair. There's something to be said for it. What's the password? I'll tell you the password. Ken sent me. We've distracted this fellow. He'll get up and let me in, but he won't come up to stop me. Not that I'm exactly confident this is an ethical thing to do, or that it will advance the quest in any way. And yet, we did this once before just to see what would happen, and Larry got instant chlamydia. That's true. Should have made a Bobby joke. See if I remember the sequence. Right, move to the front of the bed. Hopefully there's an opportunity in the middle to break out the prophylactic. It wasn't great. His junk starts glowing and your game ends. Yep, this would be the perfect time. Surgeon General would be proud. And there we go, a little more active than anything we were getting out of Fawn. Problematic though, because we have not paid. But let's see what happens. Bum, 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 bum. Rocking the bed springs, although successful, you feel less than satisfied. Technically speaking, you're no longer a virgin, but for some reason, thrill just wasn't there. You've had to continue your quest till you please your heart, not just your other organs. Good thing you were wearing that rubber. Well, those socks on the ground? This is the hooker's seedy bedroom. Bed's a mess. Ditto the hooker. Sign near the bed says substantial penalty for early withdrawals. There's a table near the window. Yeah. Okay. And if we go back down, do we get murdered? Or can we leave? Looks like we can leave. I'm not sure that this was to any real end. But we got some points. We're more than halfway there. That's a milestone. We'll wrap up soon. But we'll wrap up secure in the knowledge that we are on the path. We are getting it done. Very racy painting to have on the wall at the bar. And I walked into the street like a fool and we did not save. Good one, Cedric. Well, that was a shame. We'll run that back. We'll run that back. That'll be a good place to stop, but let's get it in the bank. And you know what bank I'm talking about, right? Hailing a cab. Taxi. Here he comes. We get in. And then, not the casino, that's where we are. The bar. You got it, Mac, he says. Only $17, light traffic. Well, you're not going to miss anything, Cedric, because as we said, we're just going to replay the things we just did, and then I'll shut her down. Very, very happy to have you here with me, sweetie. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I'm having fun, too. It was a pleasure to have you here. And I'll see you again sometime soon. Hopefully a fortnight hence. We open the door. And then we knock. We're just repeating our actions now. Am I going to need another prophylactic? Really, you should be buying these things in packages. Shows more confidence in your love life's prospects when you're not buying them individually. Ken sent me. Hope you didn't tell Roberta. Not quite seeing your whole message. When do I plan to call it? We're just gonna do the scene with the lady of the evening again. And then I'll shut it down in just a few minutes. It's getting close to supper time here. As you can tell by the fact that I went to feed the cat. But this time, we'll do it right, including with a save game. And away we go. Etc., etc. An extra 11 points. Whether that is that for wearing the rubber? It's a good one. It gains extra, I think, when you see the censored animation that is not animated with fawn. You can already tell it's going wrong because the letters aren't enlarging. Even before Larry was like, why aren't you getting undressed, fawn? It's noble of Larry, when you think about it, that he's not satisfied, even though when he tried true love early in the evening, all he got was half a hand job and then his wallet stolen. Then he comes back here, has real sex, but it's still not enough. He needs the love too. He's a romantic at heart. We might think of him as a little horn dog pervert nerd. Not to put too fine a point upon it, but what's a door? Come on now, what's a door? Just use the imagination. What do you think I could have possibly been? It's okay. There we go. Should pronounce it a little more carefully. And then we've reached a nice spot to wrap up. And I must say, I'm enjoying this game so far. It's fun. It's a little more my speed. This is not any shade to that Adventures of Lolo, which is a lovely little game with those cute little balls. But the less cute balls in this game, it's aimed at me a little bit more. And it's not the same thing. Just, oh, look, it's a grid. Get the hearts. Go to the door, etc. Rex, it was lovely to meet you, sweetie. I'm glad you could stop by. I had a lovely time, too. Enjoying the game. Enjoying the company. Girl could get used to this being a streamer thing. And now, I should say something a little about, what am I enjoying about this game? Good sense of humor. Far less horrifying, at least so far, than you might expect that it could be when you hear that you're playing an 80s sex comedy computer game. A little bit of questionable stuff here and there, but nothing nearly as bad as it might have could have been. So I like that. And obviously, we have fantastic visuals. And the graphics in the game are pretty good too. And I like the interface. Not having to remember buttons. Just saying, hey, do this. It's a little annoying when you say newlywed suite and it wants honeymoon suite, etc. But what are you going to do? I said that before our next time here, I was going to come up with a good sign-off, an official sign-off, and I didn't yet again. Maybe that's my sign-off, is just getting here and being like, I don't know what to say to bring it to a close. But I know there's other things going on here at 58 Dream Street. Maybe not as exciting, but they're here. Check the schedule. Your gracious host will tell you the next time he's here, which I believe is tomorrow. And, yeah. You can follow if you're not already a follower. You can subscribe if you want for some reason. And that's it. I'll see you all. You too, honey. My little Turkish delight. And hopefully a fortnight hence, we'll all be back here together And until then, stay joyful, stay weird. Bye!